thing I didn't go to work. Good thing I'm just chilling here. But yeah, now we're gonna try to do this live stream thing. Start talking about different things on here. Um, Samantha says she's not dangerously close to 40. She says she's young. That's true. She's only 28 years old. But yeah, I mean, something I been wanting to talk about on here also is just cancel culture and all that shit, because I do say some wild shit and I don't really watch my language. But it doesn't really seem to matter. What are they going to cancel? How are they going to cancel me if I'm not?
I'm gonna cancel you.
You can't. I can't be canceled because I'm not anything big yet.
I'm gonna cancel you.
I can go around. You know, for a country that claims we have such freedom of speech, people like to talk about canceling. What do you think about cancel culture? We have Samantha
I
on the
think
line.
it's I think it's stupid. I think it's so stupid.
You know what I
Like
think?
how you gonna sit there and act like you have the power to cancel somebody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, people still listen to Michael Jackson. I know you like Michael Jackson, right?
I love Michael Jackson.
Like, why? Why would you listen to such shitty music, especially after you know the dude's a child molester and a rapist?
But I've seen documentaries where it shows like those were all just allegations and things like that. So
Well, I've seen documentaries where they say it's true. So why would you believe the?
it really just depends on your perspective then
I don't. I think it depend
and
doesn't
what you believe.
does not depend on my perspective. It depends on those children's private parts that were molested by Michael Jackson, and you guys still listen to
Yeah,
his
but we don't know
music.
the truth and nothing has ever been like proven. So how do we know?
But you're still going to be listening to that shitty music.
It's funny because I don't listen to what's his name? R. Kelly anymore because of what he did to women.
Exactly. That was my. I was going to ask you about R. Kelly. Do you like R. Kelly?
I love R. Kelly, but I don't listen to his music anymore. It doesn't
Why?
feel right.
Why? And it feels right to listen to Michael Jackson. When it comes to the
It's
music,
not
R. Kelly had
with
a
the
lot better music than Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson actually did a lot more terrible things than R. Kelly, and you're still canceling. Don't listen to either of them.
because
So,
it was actually with R. Kelly it was actually proven. With Michael Jackson, it was never proven, was it?
it's easier to.
I don't know.
It's easier.
I honestly don't get into.
It's easier for adults to prove something than children. Is the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm very much inclined to believe a child before I believe Michael Jackson.
So you think I shouldn't listen to Michael
I don't
Jackson?
think anyone should listen to Michael Jackson. And I thought that before the child molestation thing. I just don't think his music is any good.
I love Michael Jackson. I
What
don't know.
name five
I don't
songs?
really, to be quite honest, I love Michael Jackson. I'll listen to him once in a while, but I don't really listen to him like that.
You probably listen to like
To be,
two or three songs. I can almost guarantee.
the songs that I like listening to are his most popular ones that like everybody listens to. So, I mean,
And he's not.
it,
They're not his songs. That's all Quincy Jones production.
honestly, I
I
don't
mean,
know Michael Jackson like
he didn't
I don't
come
know
up. He
Michael
didn't come up
Jackson
with the
like that.
bass line. He wasn't playing the bass.
I don't listen to Michael Jackson like that to know like his story. If we were talking about like Selena Quintanilla, that's a whole other story.
Okay, tell me the story on that. Why would you ever cancel her?
I would never cancel her.
Exactly. So why'd you even bring her up?
I'm just saying, like, I don't, I listen to Selena more than I listen to Michael Jackson.
Hmm.
Michael Jackson is just like one of those artists for me that, like, I heard his music playing on the radio sometime and, like, I felt like listening to the other songs that I like from him. It's not like an artist I gravitate like Selena. Like, Selena, she is my go to artist. I can listen to her all day, every day, and I do.
Yeah.
If there was one artist that I could listen to for the rest of my life, it would be Selena.
So I just think Michael Jackson should be buried and forgotten by everybody.
Well, I think we should leave the.
Which he is buried. He's just not forgotten.
I think we should leave the deceased alone.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't listen to Michael Jackson anymore.
But that also goes for Selena. Like why is Yolanda out here gonna make a new documentary
I don't
on
think
her?
she's going to make a documentary.
Well, she's gonna be a part of it.
And you're well, okay. Let's get your thoughts on that. Is it? I don't think it's a documentary though. I think it's a series, isn't it?
It's like a three series documentary.
Is it a documentary or is it a series like with actors and shit?
No, I think it's a documentary. They said it's called. They said it's a three series documentary.
No, I was under the impression it's a series like all the ones they've been doing. But either way, what do you think about that? You gonna watch that?
I'm gonna watch it, but I just want to see what she's gonna say.
Yeah,
But
because I
I
see
was
people
talking to
that
my
are
mom
very
about it, and
against
she's
it.
like, we shouldn't watch it.
Why though? I don't see why you wouldn't.
Well, she's saying because if you watch it, you're supporting her, and you're ultimately she's getting money in the pocket.
Is she getting money out of this?
I don't know. I don't go into detail like
Yeah.
that.
See, I don't think she is. And the thing is, we watched. You know, we as a whole watch all these documentaries about serial killers and shit, and we never think
And they
twice
watch this.
about their victims. It's like the whole one with I mean, what was his name that came out a couple of years ago? I watched that one. That one it was really good. But a lot of these victims' families are still around. There's things that happened in the 70s and 80s that people are still being affected by it, and we're not giving a shit about them by making these series. So where do we draw the line between reality and entertainment? I guess is what I'm asking.
I don't know. That's a good question.
It is a good question. I was hoping you'd have an answer for me.
Oh, come on. You know me better than that. You really think that I'm going to have an answer for that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just hope you delete all the Michael Jackson shit off your Spotify and just forget about him because he molested children. He had sex with them. I read somewhere that he wanted to build a time machine so he could go back in time and molest himself from when he was in the Jackson 5.
See, but that sounds nuts. I have a hard time believing when I
I
hear
read
things
it.
like that.
I read it. It was right there, black and white.
But who was the source that said that?
It was in Conan O'Brien's In the Year 2000 book.
He said it to Conan.
No, he didn't say it to Conan. It was a joke in the year. There was a book published called In the Year 2000, and it was based off of the In the Year 2000 sketch. Did you not watch Conan O'Brien back in the day?
No,
Why not? Why would you not watch?
because I did.
You don't
I
like
don't really like those. I don't really like those talk
you
shows.
don't like late night comedy.
No, not
You're more
really.
of a child molester, pop musician kind of girl.
You say the most outrageous things ever.
I just think the goal here is going to be to get you to
I
stop
think the
listening to
goal
Michael
here is to
Jackson.
piss me off. See how mad you can get Sam.
You're not
I think
angry.
that's your ultimate
You're
goal.
not angry. You don't get angry.
Oh, I do kidding.
You're a very chill person. Very
For the
calm.
most part, yeah. But when you make me mad, then I'm like,
No, it's very calm. You're a very calm person. Hey, let me ask you something else.
what happened?
The because something I want to talk about, like to go into that now that we're talking about famous people, is how fame a lot of times is different than actual talent and stuff. Do you like Drake?
No, not really. I would probably like one or two of his songs, but no, not really.
See, that's one or two songs that I've ever listened to. And I guess my whole point with any of that is like there's so many artists that I've never even listened to, but it's like I've never heard a single Drake song, but I've seen Drake's cock. So it's like, you know,
You watched the video?
yeah. Have you not seen it?
No, and
I'll,
I'm not going to.
I'll send it to you here in a bit.
No,
But that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
want. I don't want that.
It's like what's more of the fame is you're built fame on on your music or on your cock. You know what I mean?
Okay, but that's the same like with Kim Kardashian.
She's not a musician.
Okay, but she's famous. She
Hmm.
first got famous off of her sex video.
Is that why she got famous?
Yes.
Did you watch that one?
She has no.
That was
I
pretty
don't
dope.
watch that. I don't, yeah. I bet you did like it, huh?
It was alright.
Cochino.
Especially back in the day when there was not as much stuff as there is now. It's like it was pretty cool.
No, I don't. I don't watch any of that. That's nasty to me.
Yeah, but see, that's okay. But if she's famous for being famous, then that's all she has to do is be famous. But is Drake famous for being a musician, a rapper, or is he famous for other things?
Well, he was first famous because he was on Degrassi,
Oh
that
yeah, he's
show.
an actor. Huh?
He was an actor first, and then he went into music. So he got his fame from his acting skills.
Hmm. See, Gritty knows her from her work with the prison system. I was just talking to you about this the other day.
Yeah,
See, that's okay. Okay, let's get into this.
she does do a lot of good, but I'm just saying she first got famous not because she had talent, but because she had a sex video.
If you would have watched that sex video, you wouldn't be saying she didn't have talent. There's plenty of talent in that video.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay,
Yeah. Watch the sex video first and then tell me she doesn't have talent. Then you can come back and
I'm
we can have
I'm
this argument. Until then, I don't
I'm
anything you
good.
say is moot.
I'm good. I'm not gonna be watching that or any other video.
But
No.
the point of that was though she got to where she is doing whatever, you know.
Hmm.
You can get rich and
But
famous by selling your ass. But if it's for the good of something, if you know the greater good, what's the problem? Who cares? I don't care that she got famous with her ass.
but one thing I will say about Kim Kardashian is she is a smart businesswoman. I will say that. So,
Yeah,
and I will help you with crocheting advice. DM me because I'll forget. My memory sucks. So DM me. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I just don't think. I just think the people we should pay attention to are people that are good people. I think is what I'm saying.
And who do you consider good people?
Kim Kardashian is a better person than Michael Jackson.
What up?
What up, man? We got Gritty on the line
Is
now
that
too.
Gritty?
What's
Yes, it
up,
is.
Sam?
What's up, Gritty?
Just
I was
hanging
just talking
out.
to you.
We were talking about you, Roddy.
Oh, great.
We were.
That's really
You
great.
were the catalyst for the Valentine's Day episode. I was innocent in all that.
Oh, and I wasn't, was
I
I?
don't believe that one bit, and I did end up watching that episode.
The whole
That was
thing,
wild. That was wild.
the
I did watch.
whole episode.
I did watch the whole episode, Gritty. It was wild.
I apologize.
Yeah, but
My poor little innocent little eyeballs and ears. I just had to be like this the entire time.
the
Yours,
uned-
mine too. You saw me covering my eyes.
the unedited
Yes,
version
I was like, oh my goodness, what kind of show are you guys creating
the
now?
Yeah,
unedited
what kind
version
of
will be
show?
out
What kind of
will
show are
come
you
out
creating,
shortly.
Roddy?
The unedited
It's
version will come out shortly for
I'm
the
literally sending you that right
subscribers.
now.
Oh, really? That's
As
it
cool.
was
soon as you
it
say
was
that.
Rod's fault, huh? It was Rod's fault. I
You
totally
saw
believe
him.
that.
You saw him poking and instigating for that to happen.
Yeah, he was.
It
He's a
was,
cochino. That's why.
why not?
I was like, no, no, come on, it's not that kind of show. We need to clean it up. And they just went. I can't control everybody. What can I
Yeah,
say?
Gritty
I don't
knows.
believe that either. I don't believe that you
No,
out
no,
here
no.
trying to like clean it up or
Listen though.
whatever.
Listen, you see my
I
shows
think you
without.
would. I think you enjoy the fact that he gets wild and nuts.
Listen though. We gotta
So when you were on
say
the show, it was a clean show. When you were on
It
the
was
show, it
a
was
clean
nice. It
show.
was a
Thank you
clean
for that.
show.
Thank you for that.
Almost
Gritty
all the
knows
shows are
best
clean.
is one of my favorite
I don't
podcasts,
think I would have
and
survived the Valentine's Day episode, honestly.
just so everybody knows, Gritty knows best is one of my favorite podcasts, and they used to have a pastor on the show, and now we've had naked stuff happen. So
I mean, we still have a pastor on the show
it hasn't been on for a while, has he?
somehow. I mean, he was on. I mean, we're on break now, so technically, nobody's been on really.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That was like a little instance we did just for the fans because we didn't want to not do Valentine's Day now. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, and
Who?
so
I don't know. I don't know who that woman was though. Who is she?
She's a cam model.
What does that mean?
She does basically what she did on that episode. She does for a whole stream
Oh, okay.
for money.
Got it. Got it.
for a
You
very
want
good
you want
living.
you want the link to one of her shows?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good. I'm good.
Women, you gotta support women. Women gotta support women, no?
I support her in whatever she wants to do. If that's her thing, she can go for it. But I'm not going to sit there and watch it.
You did. You already did.
It wasn't. It wasn't a lot though. It wasn't like full on. You can see everything. It was
Well, the
just.
only reason it wasn't is because we weren't allowed on
Because you
YouTube. But I
can't on
just sent
YouTube.
Roddy the unedited version, and she'll
I'll
be putting the unedited version out on her
I saw
podcast.
the. I saw the YouTube version of
I'll send
it.
you the
That's
raw file for sure.
oh my
I'm good.
god. You can,
I'm
I mean,
good.
you can only imagine what it would. I mean, I had to censor a lot. It was a lot
It
going
took
It
on.
was,
you.
and it was between her and Rod
No, it was her and Mo.
and Mo
Yeah, I mean, you saw his screen was blacked out, right?
for a little bit. Yeah.
For a lot of it because he was doing something inappropriate.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be
Something
nice.
something was out.
Doesn't he
But
have a girlfriend?
she was right
yeah,
there.
she was fine. She was like she was right
She doesn't
there.
care.
She was
I
right there
can't be
Not
next
that
to
type
him.
about
of
that.
girlfriend. I can't be that type of girlfriend. I'm too possessive. Like my man is just for me. It's not for the world.
Mo is for the world. Mo is definitely
Most
that's a
for
good
the
way to
world. Got it.
that's a good way to put it. He's definitely and he'll agree. He's for the world. What's up, Leonard?
Well, he's over here talking about he wants to be a producer for corns.
He got his start that night.
Yeah, I think he's well on his way.
I gotta send him
His
the unedited version right
firsthand
now.
firsthand experience.
Yeah, he's gonna make his OnlyFans debut very soon with that unedited version. I know she's gonna post it on her OnlyFans, so
Is
they're
she
gonna.
really?
Yep, she just texted me about it.
Oh my God. How did you meet her?
We were watching
Were
like
you
one of her.
subscribed to her channel?
Yeah, we were watching her stream, and I was like, "She's great. We gotta get her on. She's mad funny. Like she's cool." So I was like, "We gotta get." That was it. She came on like twice before this.
Yeah,
You have a lot of interesting people on your show, Gritty.
I do. That's the one benefit of my. That's like the greatest aspect of my show. I think it's not even me. It's everybody else that's on. I'm
But
just like,
you kind of like instigated too, though, so which is
no,
funny.
no, 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 no.
Just a little bit. You gotta admit, you just a little bit.
I just ask questions. I'm like, what about this? What's up with that? I mean, if that's what you call it, it's called interviewing, not instigating.
Oh, okay, my bad. You were interviewing.
I'm a professional interviewer. I kept my pants on that show. What's up, Leonard? I'm
yeah.
doing good. How you doing,
He's
buddy?
the only one that
Good
kept
to
his
see you,
pants
man.
on for that episode.
I'm grateful that Roddy's
Oh, you
camera
took
didn't go
yours off
down.
too,
I took
Roddy?
mine off. I just didn't point the camera down.
I know I didn't need another. I didn't need another screen to censor. Thank you for not showing it.
I was like, I had it because I was watching it while I was getting ready for work, and I had to put the volume down because I was scared that my daughter was gonna wake up to that. I was, I was like,
You know,
Brittany, what are you
uh,
doing?
that was your first ever time seeing a Valentine's Day show of ours, right?
Yes,
I think
That's
that
I
why
was
it
the
was
still.
so surprising. Every Valentine's Day episode
that was
is
the
like
fourth
that,
one.
but it keeps
Yeah,
getting crazier and crazier every year. So
They're
that was
all
the
like
fourth.
that.
It escalates every year for some
yeah,
reason.
Oh my god.
Um,
How are your
it
Christmas? Am I safe to watch a Christmas episode, or do I need?
this one was safe. This one was very safe, actually. This one was very wholesome, right? We didn't do anything crazy. We
for
built like
Didn't
Christmas,
gingerbread
it have
houses.
Roddy on it though?
I think
Yeah, he didn't do anything
the
crazy.
only raunchy thing you've done for a Christmas episode wasn't even that bad. It's just you guys used to do the Twisted
Yeah, we
Secret
did the
Santa.
Twisted Christmas. Yeah, the
Twist.
first year was the
What
worst.
happened? Roddy
What
was telling me one time of like this contest about a woman's menstrual cycle. Did you guys
Oh,
ever do that?
we can't talk about that yet. We can't talk about that
Oh,
yet. We didn't do it.
No, not
my
yet.
bad.
Anyway,
Yeah, we didn't do it. We didn't get it done yet, but we're
is
working
these?
on it.
It's because of
I was shocked when he
narrow-minded
was telling me about
participants.
that.
It's definitely in the works, and if you know anybody that wants to participate, we're taking people.
Okay.
We're taking people that
Uh,
want to participate.
I won't ask, but if
You can ask.
it ever comes up, I guess. Like,
You
do you
can.
guys
You
want
can.
to make my contest?
Yes. Listen, it
Why
pays. You
not?
know.
Yeah, it's like there's worse contests
Oh,
in the
you're
world.
paying?
Yeah. Roddy didn't tell you we're paying.
No, you just told me
Yeah.
about it. I was like, you guys are nasty.
Well, you were
I mean,
absolutely. Well, here's the thing: you were absolutely disgusted by the idea. So would paying making it less disgusting?
Yeah, that's what
No,
makes everything less disgusting.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you something, great, because we were talking about this right before you got on. Who's a better person? Who do you think is a better person, Kim Kardashian or Michael Jackson?
A better person?
Yes, a better person, more wholesome, better person.
Uh, I don't. I mean, what a corner you painted me in right now. I
he
mean, if
knows
you
Kim K though.
I don't love
well, let me
her.
So
say
I
this:
don't love her. I just don't think she's a bad person.
it all depends if you do or do not agree that Michael Jackson took advantage of children.
He fucked a bunch
That's
of little
that
kids, man, and he raped
that's
them and
where
shit.
you. I mean, but some people don't believe that.
was it
Yeah,
ever
well,
proven?
it's not
No,
about
I mean,
it's not about whether you believe it. It's about whether a kid got molested or not, and they did.
well, did they?
Yeah.
Did they? Because
When did
there's
they
a lot
prove
of
it?
back and forth with that. That's why I have a hard
You guys
time
are gonna
believing
believe
it.
someone with high powered lawyers more than you're gonna believe a child?
Well, the children also had high power lawyers, didn't they?
I don't know.
I don't know. I watched that
But yeah,
documentary
okay,
Leaving
as
Neverland
high
once.
powered as they could get, do you think they could get higher power lawyer than Michael Jackson?
Well, that's
I mean,
true.
that is a good point. Michael Jackson did
So
have a
you
lot
guys
of
are
money.
believing someone in the system like that before you're gonna believe
I'm
a
just
child.
saying. I'm just saying that if it was anybody else, I would believe it. But Michael Jackson, I think you know the expression when there's smoke, there's fire. I don't think it's always true because I think that dude was just such so warped that I don't even. First of all, I don't even think he had sexual thoughts or fantasies. The guy was castrated when he was like a little child.
You think it's true what he
Yeah.
says? Like he was with the children and stuff, but he was nothing sexual. He was just
I could see that. I could say that, and if anybody in history, I would believe it would be him, nobody else. Like
yeah.
just the way
Because he
like
kind he had like that demeanor of being a child himself.
yeah, he looked like a child. So I'm like, okay, it makes sense that he. I mean, there was a story that came out about him having a date with some like celebrity woman or something. I forgot who it was. Some blonde celebrity. She was basically like it was like hanging out with like a kid. Basically, he was like he didn't make any advances towards her. He didn't like he was just acting like a kid. So I can't say for sure I wasn't in any rooms, but if I were to
Yeah.
believe somebody would just have kids around because that they felt like they were on the same playing field, it would be him.
I don't think it was appropriate that those kids were there without
Not
their
appropriate.
parents
Not
at
appropriate.
all. That was
Not
crossing,
appropriate.
that in itself was
If you want to
crossing the
bring the kid
line.
to Michael Jackson's house, that's one thing, but you can't let him sleep in the room. That's insane. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
honestly I wouldn't even allow my daughter to go to someone's house without me being there.
hell no.
No.
Well,
So I
who did
think
you guys say was better?
I think a better person is Kim K because we've never had a conversation about whether or not Kim Kardashian molested children or not.
I mean that's true.
I think that by
That's
default
true.
makes her the better person.
I cannot comment on either because I can imagine both of them have interesting skeletons.
Yeah, but I
Possibly.
mean,
Yeah.
how bad can her skeletons be? Like, what's worse than
She's
fucking
How
children,
bad
though?
can her skeleton? She's probably drinking baby's blood.
You think?
Are you crazy? If anybody's out here drinking baby's blood, it's Kim K.
You think so?
She has some
Yeah.
powerful influence too, so I
Yeah,
don't think
she's
she's
probably into all
completely
that stuff.
innocent.
She does, and she's using it for good,
How to
though.
control the media and stuff.
She
So
does, and she's using a lot to do a lot of good in the world, though. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, her work with the princesses, and which that's the only way I know her. By the way, I only know her that way.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else about her.
Sam used to be a big fan of her work with Ray J.
Really, her collaborations.
Yeah, her collaboration with
I
Ray
find
J.
those collaborations to be highly overrated.
I've never seen those videos.
That's what I was telling her. I was like, I liked it back in the day because there wasn't much else around. But like compared to the stuff
It
now,
was
compared to the latest
then. It
Gritty's
was
Knows
all
Best
about the
episode, it's
celebrity.
very tame.
Yeah, all she had to do was like be on camera. She didn't have to like do any work really. Like she's
Yeah.
already kind of
Rod's
celebrity.
over here talking about she got talent. After watching that video, you know she got
I've seen the video. I've seen her reality shows. I can't name a talent that I think she has.
I
To be fair,
You didn't see how deep she took that?
I think she's a good marketer. I'll tell you
I think
that.
she's really good at sucking dick.
I mean, I've seen a lot of tapes. It wouldn't be in my top five.
I'm so sorry to everyone.
Oh yeah, because your
Well, this is
followers
what I
can get
said.
on here
I
too. Huh?
came in here.
My
I didn't start this
followers, I'm so
conversation.
sorry. This is not a lie for you guys.
I didn't start this conversation. He started it.
Sam started this
He started
conversation.
it.
You brought up Kim Kardashian. I want to be.
I
I'll show
brought
you
up
my
Kim
notes. I'll show
Kardashian
you
in
my show notes.
comparison to Michael Jackson.
My show notes. I was going to talk about Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, and then you said Kim Kardashian.
Yeah,
right?
but they all had like
Okay, but
some
you brought up
like
Kim Kardashian, is what we're saying.
I did bring up Kim Kardashian. I'm not denying that
And so now
that
that
I
we're
did
talking
bring
about dick sucking on on the
So
live
you're the
here,
real fan.
it's really your.
You're the real Kim K fan.
I
You brought her up.
So if there's anyone to blame
I
about the
just
dick
And
sucking conversation, it's
I
you.
just know what she got famous for. I don't.
didn't you bring up the Drake leak too? When I was like
Yeah, she
right
was talking
after I
about
came in.
Drake,
He brought up the Drake
the
leak,
Drake
and
I
he's
snake.
over
thought
here
you
talking
said.
about. That's
I
why
thought
I
you
brought
said,
up
did you
Kim
see it
K.
yet? I thought you said, did you see it yet? And he said no, and you said I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
He's gonna. He said he's gonna send it to me. I don't want to watch those videos. I'm not. That's not me. I don't watch
I
those
thought
videos.
I thought you said you were gonna send it to him.
No,
she's the one that
I
sent
have
it to
Oh,
me.
never
okay.
seen it.
I have seen
You
it
I
know,
because
haven't
she
seen
sent
it.
it to me.
you
I
know my
did not
friends.
see it.
You know what Cemetery Girl said, Roddy? She said that he looks like he had a dick implant, like he had a fake dick.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what she
Mm.
thinks. I didn't
Maybe.
see the video because she said it was like wiped away from the internet. I think already.
Yeah, I think it's hard to find now. I'll send it to you.
It's like you want to talk about power. How do you erase something from the internet? That's insane.
It's like the David Cho thing. You can't find anything of the DVDSA stuff anymore.
Yeah, of the show anymore.
Ever
That's
like, and it was
wild to
it
think.
slowly came back, and when we could listen to it again, then it kind of resurfaced after he was on Beef, and everything's gone
Yeah,
again. Everything just disappeared
after
again.
because he was like in the news for that.
Yeah, he was on the show again, which highlighted him, which made people remember he told that wild story, and
Right.
so he was able to wipe everything again. It's crazy.
It's very. I don't know how you could wipe something from the internet. It's actually like insane of how like how big the internet is, but that must take a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, how fast can we upload something? You know what I mean?
And only 2 days after it leaked too.
Hmm.
That's crazy. Like I thought it would take forever, but apparently I never even heard of that.
Yeah, that was the first person I heard it was with David Cho being able to wipe.
No, I
Uh,
mean I never heard of a dick implant.
oh, a dick implant?
That I never heard of.
Like
That's like
it's
the.
physically implanted, like breast implants.
I think they like extend it. They extend your actual size.
Oh, okay.
They don't like rip it off and like put a new one. I think they like
Maybe they
they
could
make it
like,
bigger.
cause like people that are, if you're like
Sam's just looking down right
I
now. She's
know,
like, I have
like if you're an
no
organ
knowledge.
donor, because dicks are organs. So after you die, you can actually donate your cock. Did you know that?
Maybe they dead ones to you.
What's that?
That could be possible. They
Yeah.
had dead ones to you.
Yeah, like if
I
you
didn't even
die and
think
you're an
about
organ donor and someone's waiting for a dick, they can just take your dick.
that.
Oh my god.
What do you think about Sam? What do you think about guys that get that extension? They get that surgery that makes them taller, but only like by like 3 inches. You ever
I
seen
think
that?
it's stupid. I think it's stupid.
It's dumb. And I'm
I
saying this for somebody who's 5'3". I would never get it.
I think it's stupid because why are you gonna? You can't walk for a while after that. Why are you gonna make yourself taller? I know a lot of emphasis on the guys have to be 6 feet and taller, but there's women like me who are short who wouldn't care dating like a 5'5" type of guy. Like I would
Right.
still be shorter than him. So
Right. You gotta
I think
break
it's
your
dumb.
legs. You gotta break your legs and go through all the rehab for like 3. You don't get like 5 inches out of that. I don't even think you get like an
I
extra
think it's,
3.
yeah, that's what I've read. Like 1 to 3.
That's dumb.
No,
I
it
don't
doesn't
think
make any
guys should be
sense.
doing that,
I would
honestly.
never ever ever do that. That sounds like it's totally irrational
Yeah.
and a
If
waste of
if
money.
if women can appreciate you and like you for who you are, how you are, then that's not the woman for you.
That's right. That's true. That's
That's right.
true.
Well said. Very well said.
Happy
Save your money.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
We
Day to
should have had you
everybody.
on
That's
Valentine's Day
it.
too.
What happened?
We should have had you on Valentine's Day too to talk about that. That was very nice. You wouldn't
Not
come
think
on?
it was crazy like it did.
I mean,
I'll just I'll just be in the corner somewhere like, oh, what do I
just
do? I
shocked.
just shocked and just like this too much.
We'll have to pencil you in for next year's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you be down for next year?
I think you guys just want to see like my shock impression the entire time, like,
I'm surprised you made it through the whole episode.
Yeah.
yeah, me too, to be quite honest.
It was
But
like
like
a.
I wanted to see what Gritty was talking about.
I didn't talk about anything. I was listening. I was listening and watching.
She did most of the talking in that episode, quite honestly.
Gritty DMs me and he's like, it got wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about something else, and then she was like, "How's the podcast going?" I said, "Today is insane.
Yeah.
Today
Cause
is
I,
probably
cause I
the
saw that he posted the Valentine episode, and I was like, "Oh, so how did it go?" And he was like, "Oh, wild." I was like, "Oh."
yeah. You don't expect that to be
And
that
then
wild
I
if you never even seen it. Definitely,
blamed it on him. I was like,
definitely.
It's because you had him on the show, didn't you?"
He was the idea man. He had all the ideas for that show.
It
I
was
just
all
showed
his
up.
idea.
We've
I just
had,
showed up.
and with that, the cherry on top, the very ending of that show was something that we'd been wanting to do for a minute now, huh? But she had postponed.
Well, yeah, we were.
This,
I didn't know it
this,
was gonna. I didn't know it was
this
gonna turn
wasn't
into
just
that.
like
Yeah, well, yeah, the first
this
part,
wasn't
Miss
like improv.
no, Miss
It
No,
J
wasn't
it
just like
postponed
out of
the
the
was
first
not.
blue.
part.
You guys planned
The
this.
very, very last part, that was because on the
Nobody expected that.
the first time she came on, she had that dom off with Mo,
Yeah, she
and
did it before, but not like that.
yeah, but it didn't go like this. Like it wasn't as hardcore as it got this
It
time.
was like way tame,
Yeah,
way tame. Go back. I'll have to send you the link for her first episode. Go watch the ending of that so you could see how that one was. It was like PG. It was
yeah.
G compared to
Compared to
this
what
one.
happened, yeah.
You were on that one too, Rod.
No, I wasn't.
No, he wasn't there.
It
It
was
was me, her, and Mo.
Mo and Miss J got into it though. But yeah, I
See,
mean, we
Leonard
thought
says it was the wildest episode to date, which is saying a lot.
it is.
That's
Yeah.
saying a
I'm so
lot.
To be quite honest, I'm surprised that Rod was as quiet as he was because he didn't talk much.
Well, Miss
I
J
thought he would
does
Didn't
have been
talk
like
much.
guests like Miss
more
J do
vocal.
most of the talking. They're great guests like
Yeah,
that.
she doms everybody. She
Yeah,
like
you just kick back.
she's a dom. She talk. I mean, she doms me on my own show. There's not
Yep.
many people could do that.
You should just give her her own show.
I totally
She does
would
have her
in a
own show
heartbeat.
on Chatterbait.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
We got to give her like a PG-13 show though.
Yeah, like the way
yeah.
Tales
She
from the
has a
Crypt, what they had the kids version and the HBO version.
yeah yeah. Well, like a YouTube friendly version, as friendly as we can get.
Yeah,
I would love to make that happen. I think she'd be great.
hell yeah.
She definitely takes over this. She definitely takes over the show when she's on.
She definitely has a big personality. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's true. You should check out the other Valentine's Day ones and see what those were like.
Yeah, they're all pretty great. Nothing has been this insane, but they're all pretty great.
They're all special though, for sure.
Shit.
I think that's
So
like is this the fourth one we've done now?
I want to say four, yes,
Holy
and they're all
crap! Yeah,
fun.
yeah. This is number four. Yeah,
They've
this
all
is
been
number
fun. You
four.
guys had like the poetry contest on like the first one,
We
and
reviewed most sex tape, and by the way, if you think that's like I always have to cut stuff out, like stuff that
I know
there's stuff
you
that
told me.
there's
You
stuff
told
that
me that you
doesn't.
cut a bunch out.
I had to cut out somebody's sex tape getting reviewed on the show. I don't want to say whose. It was. If I didn't cut out the dick ratings, so you can imagine what I actually cut out.
Oh my!
It
Oh,
was. It was.
you guys are wild. Mo's
See,
wild.
and the penis ratings was Mo's idea. That was not my idea.
yeah, that's the one I was
Oh,
talking
it was.
about. We've been
That was.
wanting to get that dick rating out of the way for a while, but
They're the ones that pushed
Why?
me. They're the ones that pushed me to
but
do that. I
Miss
was like, oh,
J
Why?
I don't know.
Miss
Why
J
was?
postponed
Why
it
did you? Why did you guys want to do it
Yeah,
though?
because
why did you guys want to do that?
it's a good idea. It's a fun idea.
Well, because she gets paid to do it, so I guess they were like, let's have her do ours. I'm
Oh,
glad
okay.
we all got a glowing review.
It was a fun idea, and it
She
made
did. She
it.
was all. She was very nice to you guys.
The crazy thing is how she got the size on the spot. Like she just
Yeah, that's why I
took
was
a
like,
measure.
"Fuck!" Like he's
That was
such an
crazy.
such accurate guesses on the length. Yeah.
Now,
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, we basically just did a like a table fine. Like she'll know
wow,
exactly how
that
big it
is
is.
pretty impressive, though.
It was
That
definitely
she
an
was.
impressive show. I would say it was. Thank you for watching the whole thing somehow.
I, I don't know, to be honest. But I
Somehow you
did it
made
for
it
you,
through.
Gritty. I did it for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just because I think you're cool.
And how's your podcast going? I know I asked you over DM, but it's like it's better to hear in person how you've been doing with that.
I'm doing well. I have a lot of people who want to come on the podcast, and I'm gonna start interviewing like my daughter and people in my family to kind of get their perspective on life with epilepsy. So
Cool.
it's going well. I think I do need to up my game on my editing skills though. I need
In
to
what sense,
figure.
though?
I want my clips to look better.
I see you want your clips to be edited out your actual show.
Yeah, my show like I'm good, but my clips
What's
I
wrong
want
with
it to look.
What's wrong with your clips? What could you improve?
Um, I feel like I need to add like full podcast episodes somewhere besides just the description, kind of
Yeah,
make it more visually
you want it
appealing.
at the end.
Yeah, probably.
I can see if I come up with something for you.
Oh, thank you.
You want like a 2 second like bumper at the end because I made them for us before.
Yeah, something that's just gonna, tell people that this is a podcast. 'Cause
Okay,
I think if you just look at it, it doesn't really
People might
can't
not
tell
be
if it's a
knowing that it's a
podcast or
podcast.
not
and
unless you actually listen to it.
when you
Huh?
do the clips, are you doing it like in the shorts or you do how are you put where are you putting it out?
I put it on Instagram and I put it on TikTok.
Oh yeah, because YouTube is kind of weird. I feel like there's not a lot of engagement when you do. TikTok's the best. So when you put it on
I get
TikTok though,
actually I
are you
get
putting
more
like
engagement on Instagram than I do on TikTok.
really
Most of my
good for
followers
you?
are on Instagram.
Good
My
for you. I
community
think. I
is on
think.
Instagram.
What do you think about your Instagram? Is your Instagram good going for you too, Roddy, or no?
Yeah, my Instagram's better, but I think it's just because I'm on there because I'm
Okay,
more
it's just you're
active
saying
on it.
I don't use mine. You're saying
Like I don't really get on TikTok. Like I get on,
yeah.
I post my TikTok, and I get out. I don't really stay on it.
Well, I'm
Okay,
always on TikTok.
you're just not posting as much.
I
You're a
don't
consumer
post
more than
every
a.
single day. I'm not consistent with TikTok like I am with Instagram.
You know,
Instagram, I post every single day, a couple times a day.
yeah, because you
Okay,
still post a
TikTok,
lot of
I will,
pictures and stuff, is why, right?
yeah. So TikTok, I don't really do a lot of videos. I need to work on the video aspects of
now when you
it.
do your clips, are you doing it in? You're doing it like how it appears on your show, or are you putting like you guys above each other? Like, are you putting it like in a short format, or like the actual way it's on the show?
No, one person is on top of the other person.
So it's like in portrait mode. That's what it's called.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, like it's like in like how like
I use Riverside to create the clips.
okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot you. Okay, right.
Yeah, I use Riverside because it's easy and I you can ask Rod. I have so much problems with technology.
Listen, that's the one thing I hate about doing the show is the technology. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a couple times where I was messaging Rod and I was like, I think I just lost my episode.
Oh yeah, I mean, welcome to the club.
So
Welcome to the club.
thank goodness, like I did send it to him beforehand, so he at least had a copy. But yeah,
Oh, thank God, he could just send it right back to you.
yeah. But I eventually found it. I think I named it something that I thought I didn't name. So
That happens
Oh
too, or it
man,
saves to
okay.
the wrong
that's what it
spot.
was, wasn't it, Rod? Like I named it something.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times what happens with me is, and that I've learned is that I forget to change where I'm saving it to, and I'll save it into where it's not supposed to be saved. So before I
Yeah,
freak out, I look through every file. I go into pictures instead of videos and shit like that. So
yeah. So Rod suggested that I do like a folder for all my podcast stuff and all my content creating. So I need to do that. I started it and then I kind of got lazy.
Me, somebody asked the question, why did me and Simfuckers fall
you
out?
guys didn't
We
fall
did
out.
not fall out. He has some medical issues, so I talk to him every day. He's just not really making videos or anything right now. But if you watch the show, sometimes we'll talk about him and how he's doing and what's going on. But I text him every day. I call him every day. He's doing well, but he's he's going through some health stuff and he's healing right now. So
you
nobody
guys are
fell out. He's
you
doing
guys are
good.
friends, aren't you, Gritty?
Who, me and Justin?
Yeah,
We're best friends. Yeah, my best friend.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
He started following me because of
And then
you.
he says, "Were you exploiting Sim? This guy,
Who said that?
I
Sim,
DM
dude."
him a lot, bro. He's
Why
lit.
were you exploiting Sim? If I were exploiting Sim, we would be talking about him on the show every day when he's not there. We
Yeah,
don't do that. That'd be crazy.
I
No,
think
no, that's
Yeah.
my
if
brother.
anything, I think Sim was exploiting you.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, that's true.
I don't exploit people. I met Gritty through you, Rock. What do you
Oh no,
mean?
we're talking about
See?
Sim. This dude talking about
No, no,
how
no, 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 no,
great
not me,
Oh,
how
not you.
Thomas is
Not
exploiting
Sam.
Sim.
I heard Sam. I was like,
Oh
what
no,
you
Sim fuck
mean?
is Justin.
Okay.
No, no, no. He's well, you said you're DMing him. Cool. Yeah, that's. I'm glad that
I
you're
like
showing
the
him some
lens
love. He's
have
the
a
best.
special purpose.
He's the best. Hopefully, we can have him back on. But whenever that's his health comes first.
So Rod has his own podcast, and so does Gritty. That's how I know these guys.
That's right.
I've been on both of their podcasts.
That's right. It was a great episode. You should check it
Hmm.
out. And if you're faint of heart, don't check out any other episode after that.
No,
Yeah,
Just
pretty
watch that
much.
one and
And
then
that's
move
good.
on.
don't make the same mistakes that I made.
Strobe Alert, I'm assuming, is one of Sam's followers, and they're asking
Yes,
about
Rod.
Grady's glasses.
Remember
So
on our episode that I talked about a Instagram page that tells you on the shows and movies
oh
when
yeah,
they
yeah.
have the strobe lights.
Hmm.
That's their page. That's who I was talking about. It
Oh,
was talking about,
cool.
yeah.
You saying do my color lens have a purpose? Yeah. When I was a little, I have a chromatopsia, which is a visual impairment and stuff, and I'm photosensitive. So when I was a kid, we went through all these different glasses colors, and red was the best. It helps with the sun, helps with the light the best, and I've used it my whole life. So
Yeah,
they,
that's why have you never been on Sam's podcast? You guys could talk about that shit.
I don't know. You gotta ask Sam.
Sam, how come Thomas has never been on
She's
your
scared. She's scared to
podcast?
have me. She thinks I'm gonna do something
You
crazy.
know he can. You know he's got stuff to
I'm
talk
scared
about.
I'm scared he's gonna be wild.
It's not unless don't bring me. Just don't bring me on Valentine's Day.
Okay. We'll definitely get you on. I still have a lot of people that I need to get on. I have a
No,
whole
don't worry
list.
about it. Don't worry about it. You can put me at the back of the list if you want. I'm ready
No,
whenever you are.
you're not on the back of the list. It's just
You
it's a
can
lot
put
of
me there. Don't
people.
worry about it.
I think she keeps
I'm
putting you
surprised
back.
people actually want to come on my podcast, to be quite honest.
Hell yeah. I don't think I'm a great guest. I think I'm a good host. I don't think I'm a great guest.
Have you
I'm
ever
not
been
used
on a guest on a podcast?
only the pastors, but I've been on this show like a million times. I'm not really good
When
at
are you,
like say that
when are
again.
you gonna go on Rod's?
Now I feel like y'all just throwing me on each other now. Like
Yeah,
when you get,
he's on
I
it.
don't know. I can't
He's
answer.
on it right now. This is being recorded right now.
Oh, we're
Because
being
didn't
recorded.
Yeah,
create the English one so you can go on it?
That's what I thought.
I tell
That's
everybody
what I
that
thought.
I tell every guest that that's why I started an English one. Make them
The
feel
passive
special.
aggressiveness is.
I make them feel special. I make every guest feel special. I'm like, the only reason I even started this was so I could talk to you. So,
That's not what you told me.
well,
Telling
maybe I
everybody
didn't tell
lies.
you.
See, I told you. Look at him. That's the way he acts on the Valentine's Day show. He manipulates and he gets us to do crazy. He gets us to do crazy stuff. You see,
That's my
I'm not
mo.
the problem here.
Oh, it's Rod. Rod's the wild one.
See, now you can see. Now you see it.
I see, Grady. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely Cyclops. That's something I've heard since I was like a little kid. So I love Cyclops. That's my boy. To make
Time
me
is it?
take the glasses off, you get beamed.
Well,
I can't see you, Grady, so I could only hear you.
You can't see me?
Mm-mm.
Oh, because I'm like half-assed working on the computer right now.
oh,
So I have
nice.
like my
Oh,
phone.
It's 3
So you see me
o'clock. So
no, I only see Rod.
I'm actually gonna end the live just because I have to call my daughter here because it's 3 o'clock. She's off school, but I'll probably get on again. Like I said, I was sick. I didn't go to work, so I'm just here all bored. So I'll probably get on live later again.
all
Tell
right, it
the
was good
girls I
talking to
said
y'all.
hi.
I will.